Care Ownership is an organization. I serve on the board, and it's an organization that Leadership League and our other companies, we just really, I just buy into the mission of the organization. And what I really respect and admire about Linda is I always say, Linda, you're one of those people that I like being around you. My wife and I like being around you because you frame things for us in a way to where we're able to focus on what really matters. And so I want you to just talk a little bit about Care Ownership and how it got started, why it got started. Would you welcome Linda Schultz, by the way?
Thank you, Dean. Care Ownership is a unique nonprofit. It fills a gap that we have not found any other organization in the country to fill. It basically is about restoring people through the practice of restoring property and building relationships. We use a motto on our website that I really feel expresses what we try to do. More than more than give a man a fish, more than teach a person how to fish, we give them access to the pond and we teach them how to stock and maintain the pond. We take low-income individuals, people that have been in generational poverty, have had issues in their past with homelessness or drug addiction or mental illness, and we bring them into a training program, 3 to 5 years, and we teach them how to become landlords. We give them free rent in one of our properties, and while they are going through our training program and they're working full-time at their regular job, they save money and enables them to put down a deposit, down payment on the property. We sell them a property at 25% off market value, and we provide a property that has 3 to 4 units in it so that they provide a cash flow and an income stream to maintain that mortgage. And they go from having been in a place where they were never able to afford something that the middle class takes for granted. And now they have an opportunity to buy into the middle class values. They have a way to maintain and to keep equity in a neighborhood as it improves. And they have a cash value in that property that they can use to support their family as long as they live.
So in essence, it's entrepreneurship, really, that you're training and coaching.
Definitely. We treat them as burgeoning landlords, startup companies that are going to become their own property managers, and we teach them everything about business, starting from what profit and loss is and how to deal with tenants, anything and everything they need to do to be a landlord.
So this really gives them a jump start into owning a piece of the American dream, to where they initially, the property is owned by the nonprofit, and they live in a unit, and they learn how to manage that unit. They learn how to be responsible for rehabbing it, and it's self-sustaining from the perspective of eventually they're able to take this property over, have ownership of the asset to where they're able to live and also have positive cash flow from the other units. Is that correct? So slightly different than Habitat for Humanity?
Very different.
Yeah.
We fill a gap. Habitat works with residential single-family people. You have the other side of the spectrum where people build apartment complexes and rent a better place for people to live. What we try to do is go in the middle, and we take a 3 to 4 family property, something that has been in a slum landlord's hands, that's been a blight on the neighborhood, and we improve that property and give our apprentice an opportunity to own it. We restore the neighborhood, we build a relationship with that apprentice and our mentors, and we give other people an opportunity to live in a well-maintained and well-cared-for property.
And I understand that recently CARE formed a partnership with a ministry that Tunch serves, the Light of Life. Can you talk a little bit about that, the movement from Light of Life into Care Ownership?
Light of Life, as many people know, is a homeless ministry on the north side. They minister to homeless individuals, and we are working with them to develop a partnership where their clients would rent property or rent apartments in our property, so that they would have a landlord representative on premises, that they would have really healthy, well-restored units to live in, that we have share common values. We will be able to really minister to them as they occupy these apartments, and we're going to have a win-win situation with their clients getting a better place to live and CARE having an opportunity to provide them with locales.
Now, Linda, I've seen you. Linda, you have a normal job in corporate America, and I've seen you volunteer 20, 30, 40 hours a week in this. Why? What difference does this really make? What will the world be missing if CARE didn't exist?
It would be missing an opportunity for people to connect. I feel so strongly about we in America are classified, we're separated from one another. Economic lines prevent us from understanding each other, and this is so important that we get to understand our fellow Americans, whether they come from the same economic condition or the same locale or the same culture or not. And this is an opportunity for me to learn from someone as well as to teach. And the friendships that we've been forming with our apprentices has been awesome.
What I love about it, it's not about entitlement or enablement. It's not about, you know, just giving a man to fish or just teaching a man to fish. It's who owns the pond. And I love, you know, that mission. And the reason, you know, part of the registration for this event, just so you know, is going to support CARE ownership. That's why we have Linda here, and just really believe in what it is that you're about. Could you just describe a little bit about, you know, where you would see this thing go in the next 3, 4, 5 years?
I like to say that every place there is a Habitat for Humanity chapter in America, there'll be a CARE ownership chapter. But that's down the road. In 5 to 10 years, I think we will have 25 apprentices working with us annually. We will have graduated 10 people to become new landlords. We probably will have mentored 40 or 50 individuals through our training program. What really excites me is we will have restored in probably the next 8 to 10 years 30 different properties that will give 90 to 120 families a better place to live, a sustainable, healthy, really nice place to raise their kids in safety.
And not just going in and restoring the property and then seeing it, you know, just go down again, but restoring that sense of pride, because this is an ownership issue. They take ownership, which means they not only own a piece of the American dream, but they now have invested interest in improving the neighborhood.
Yes, we had neighbors that said, we were so scared when you bought that property that it was going to be another drug-infested situation, and we were hoping the city would knock it down. And we said, no, we're having somebody live on premises. You will be able to get hold of us 24 hours a day. We're turning this place around.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you need business people that know real estate, that know mentoring, that know basic business. I mean, we're looking for, you know, mentors, people that can roll their sleeves up, be involved, maybe ways that their company can be involved. I want to just kind of end with I'm going to set you up for the call to some sort of action here.
We're looking for people that really care about caring for others. We are looking for mentors, people that would love to get to know someone and have an impact on their life that will change them and their families for years to come. 5 hours a month, 5 hours a week. But we are also looking for corporate sponsors, people that want to have their name as part of the property and to say this property was funded by your corporation or your entity, that the apprentice who comes and forms that relationship with you can look to you and say, you know, you've given me something I've never had an opportunity to have.
Excellent. Would you give Linda a hand? Thank you.